Welcome to the Your Leadership Legacy podcast. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause, and I'm so excited to bring you this next podcast dedicated to you high performers out there who want to reinvent yourself, reinvent your business, maybe your career, all of it. This podcast is all about being dedicated to transformation and being the best possible leader of yourself and others that you can be in order to create a legacy that lives on. Welcome to Your Leadership Legacy. My name is Tina Paulus-Krause. I am the founder and CEO of True You Teams. And here we go. All right. Hey, everyone. We are getting there. We got 3 left, Michelle. Michelle, we're going to get this done. We got 3 left.
What time zone are we in, Tina?
I know. I want to welcome Michelle Petitpas to the show today. I was like, no S. But I want to welcome Michelle to the show today. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
It's raining out today, Tina. So I don't know. I could let the rain dictate my feelings. I could let the stuff of life dictate my feelings. Or, you're going to love this, I put on a sparkly hat.
There we go.
Right?
And make it all better. Donnie is coming in.
I wonder if she'll have a sparkly hat on.
She might. I don't have mine handy, so. Hey, Donnie. We're live. There we go. It's this version of the shiny hat. No, I'm just kidding. Michelle, I would love for you to introduce yourself and to tell us all the beautiful stuff about Michelle Petitpas.
So, I am an East Coast Canada girl. I grew up in New Brunswick and live in Nova Scotia now and have dabbled a bit in Ontario. So, I'm an East Coast girl through and through. I might be partly a mermaid, as Donnie's can attest to, and we kind of joke in this circle that we play in that she is a mermaid on one coast and I'm a mermaid on the other. And I say that because I've discovered that water really, it feeds my soul. And I can tell you that having been in leadership lately, it has served me so well to understand those. I'm going to take this hat off because it's hot.
Yeah, totally fine. Well, and so I want you to go deeper on that because you've had a go. You've had some stuff. Yeah. And, when those kinds of things happen in our life, A, we don't plan them, right? And B, nothing else stops while we're going through it. So I want you to just talk a little bit about your journey, not so much how you got into transformational leadership, but what's been going on with you now and how you've been keeping all that straight.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for asking the question. And what I can tell you is that my family has just gone through the most horrific, awful, horrible thing that you could ever expect to experience. And that is that somebody near and dear to me got diagnosed, somebody my age, somebody that I love so much in this world, got diagnosed with a terminal illness, with an illness that doesn't matter how you look at it, she's not coming back from it. And in this space and time of the last 9-10 months as a family, in the family experience, we pulled together and created heaven on earth for somebody. But I was able to do that because of the leadership that I've gone through, because of that space of knowing who I be in this world and knowing that I have a community on the other side that supports me, right? Like knowing that I am responsible for everything that's happening as far as my emotions go with it, as far as my time use, as far as what I choose, as far as where I stand. Was it easy? Heck no. Are there lots of emotions that still come up? Absolutely. But because I know that I am supported in such a way, like I couldn't run away for a long time if I tried, because somebody would get on a plane and come and find me. And I say that kind of laughing, but I mean that in authenticity too. Like at the darkest moments in the last 9 months, people who have been on the leadership journey with me, people who have been in my life and have caught leadership from me. And I say that because sometimes people in our own lives, in our own families, they catch some of what's going on, but they don't know all of it. They don't get the whole picture. that is one of the things that I can say for you that, I mean, I've just buried a sister-in-law. And in that time, my husband and I spent really loving on her, with her, by her, and on our nieces and nephews, and on my in-laws, and on cousins, and on people who, my own children, but also standing and modeling what health for myself looks like.
I was totally just going to go there. Yeah, so go there. So what I'm hearing you say is that you were able to take care of others in a massive, great way, while at the same time taking care of yourself, which is the piece that we miss.
Right. So this is the full embodiment piece, Tina. Are there days where I was bone tired and wasn't sure where I was going to pull it together next? I could say yes. And my heart wants to tell you that because I've set up some systems in my life with the support of other people, I have a really amazing routine set up that no matter where I am, there are things that support me. And knowing how to reset my nervous system. I've just come back from a solo retreat in nature because I know that's what I needed. It, really setting the place of embodiment for me is leadership isn't just theoretical. Leadership is walking it out every day. Did that mean that it all felt great in the midst of it? No. But did I know that sometimes when I was choosing not great coffee at a coffee shop that I was going to pay the price for it? Absolutely. And I did it as a choice, right? Like, so one of the things that has really supported me is knowing that my health, I get to balance that. I get to be in harmony. I get to do the things. And coming out on the other side of it, I've got some places to reset because I know I don't get to stay where I was. I know I'm at a different level than what I was 9 months ago.
Yeah. I think we use, and I heard you say it a couple of times, and I do the same thing. We talk about leadership, in my leadership, talking about leadership, what we're really talking about when we go there, and maybe you guys have a better way to say it, but what we're really talking about there is emotional regulation. We're talking about emotional intelligence and emotional regulation, and being able to be it all, even though it's not perfect. And that's what I heard you say in that. And so how does that look different today, Michelle? What would that situation would have looked like if it would have happened 10 years ago?
Ooh. Yeah, I can't even, like, honestly, Tina, I don't know that my mind can go there because 10 years ago, I don't know that we could have done what we did. Like, being in the space of, it wasn't like planning and I have to have all these things planned out. It was like choice by choice, moment by moment, really choosing to, does this serve my highest good right now? Am I causing something in my own life by extending myself too much? Am I doing the things that really support me while I'm standing in leadership for somebody else? While I'm standing in a place of loving somebody else, do I allow myself to get so depleted that I'm not going to be able to pick myself up at the other end? And having people in my back pocket who are willing to say, hey, is this supporting you? What does this look like when it's over? Like, really asking me the hard questions or the easy questions, right? Like, asking me the questions that help me to process it. That's part of what being in a community, in a team, understanding it from a body, mind, spirit space, that I was able to create a space, even if my body was tired, because there were times where my body has been really, really tired. I live with a chronic illness that most people don't understand, that most people don't know.
Yeah.
And I live it every day. So was I able to support my body 100% all the time? Well, there's a saying like 99% is hard, 100% is easy. When I did it consistently, regularly, when I drank water, like, there are all these little tools for supporting myself in my body. but it wasn't just my body. It literally was, how did I prepare my mind? Where did I stand in my mind? The health of my mind. Where did I stand in the health of my spirit? Where did I stand in such a way that I created magic with other people? And
But
that's,
within yourself as well.
yeah, really
Like
within
that's the key.
myself.
We
Yeah.
get to be okay with creating magic within ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we just get to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you. I'm so happy I popped in on you both.
I
Because
was like, oh, Denise is here.
I know, right? These are two of the dearest ladies I know, like just it's showing up in leadership and showing up in the space of the both and experiencing and knowing what supporting our families look like and the grief and loss, Michelle, that you've recently experienced, and continuing to show up and to ask for support when support is needed, and all of the things that get to create so that we can love on ourselves and show up for ourselves and lead from within. And so, Michelle, through all of this that you've shared, what was the, like, if you were to boil it down and consolidate all of the many experiences you've recently had, and you were to say it within, just tiny little snippet, what would you share with people?
I would share that I have the ability to create love and light, to connect health and healing for transformation. And that's exactly the mission, my purpose in this world. And it doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter who I be with. It doesn't matter if I'm even losing my wallet in a place like Florida. I can still create magic and create love and light, right? Like I can, when I choose, when I really make it intentional, when I create from a space of it is part of who is in me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to get a result. I can be unattached to what that looks like and be who I am, standing in the space of who I am in this world. And for those people who know me, I really am the person who probably does wear hats. So like, I might have a princess hat that comes out once in a while.
That's awesome.
And while it seems a little odd,
You two are like two peas in a pod, for God's
that's
sake.
because I may have given her the queen hat because she's like the queen, right? So, but it's fun and it's joyful, and other people might think it's like, wow, it's not very serious. You're right. It's not.
I don't want to be. Yeah.
I don't want to be grown up yet. I want to grow down. I want to root so deeply that when I ask you, what gifts do you see in me? You see love. You see joy. And you see authenticity. And you see vulnerability. Because even though I can wear a sparkly hat, I can also.
And then just take it off and your hair's good.
Well, I got my hair cut just for you guys because this was like when you've gone away, because I did. I literally ran away from my house for 3 days. I ran away into the woods these last 3 days, and I was supported by a dear soul and her husband, who literally built a cottage just for me. If they built it for nobody else, they built it for me. And I was able to go, and I was able to sit on the front step and not have any duties, but to be with myself and to not run away from me. Because as a woman in this world who owns a business, who is married, who has 2 adult children, who has a mom, who has in-laws, who, right? Like I could give you a list of all the responsibilities, all the hats that I wear. They aren't who I be in this world. Right? Like that's where it comes from. It's like inside of who I already am.
Right. Right. So when you, let's stay there. And when you think about the Global Leadership Academy, right, and the vision, how do you marry those two visions? Your vision for your life and what you're doing, and now where we're going with the Global Leadership Academy, how do they fit together?
Well, they start with car coaching. That's where the basis
Right.
of it starts.
We get to make car coaching a thing.
We
Like
get
if
to make car
anybody else
coaching.
takes it before, yeah.
Nobody knows this. Like literally,
Wow.
this vision got solidified on sticky notes in a car
I have them. They're here close by.
somewhere. And so how do I marry my vision? There's no difference. There's no separation. Like if I am being who I am in this world, I will be everything I can be and do everything I can do in committed action to create change in this world. But to do it from the Global Leadership Academy space means to do it and embody it, not just talk the talk, but walk the talk and walk the walk. Be it. Be it. Literally going forward in a space that is supported, that is loving, that is pulling and pushing and molding and creating and flowing, and in a space where it's not like anything you've ever done before.
Which is why everybody gets to do it.
Right. Like
Right?
I'm excited for it because I'm like, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do it too. Right. Like that's the thing. When you are a heck yes to something, it's because when I'm a heck yes,
You're
it's
lit
because
up.
I know that this is changing the world. This is changing. There are people who've reached out to me today and said, what is this thing you're on tonight? I'm like, let's come together really quick.
I'm wondering if Facebook has like a limit of how many times you can go live in a day.
We're testing.
Yes. And
Yeah. So, I mean, I think about the mentoring that Donise and I have gotten, it's bold and shameless as we move forward with this vision. And so I'd love to ask you about that. When you think about just transformation in general, being bold and shameless, what does that look like for you?
it means showing up in a sparkly hat on Facebook Live for however many millions of people are watching,
Right.
and being okay with it. It means sharing that I love my family so deeply that I would stand for them in a space that I would lay down my life for somebody else, and in a way that I was in my leadership so much that it was okay. Like it's okay to push that extra mile for people you love.
Yeah. And to do it from an empowerment versus enable, like this is I'm going to raise both hands on this one, right? Because I got the tiara for enablement. But to be able to empower versus enable, and there's a big difference, and it starts with us inside.
Yeah.
Right? Like it started with you inside, Michelle, and the ripple effect that you're creating in your family and in your community and everywhere that you are is really, really incredible to see.
Thank you. I received that. And I have to tell you that because I run a business on the side, there's always business going on. There's always like conversations happening. I have shared stories over and over and over again of the amazing gifts that I receive in leadership, the amazing gifts that standing as I embody within myself, all of this, the shift that people see in me. Now, do I still have layers that get to transform? Absolutely. It's like an onion and layers peel.
Right.
And is the work done? Well, I still have breath in my body and blood coursing through my veins. So there's still lots out there to learn.
So much.
Another layer and another level.
Another layer and another level. And I am so excited to go on this level with Global Leadership Academy. Because it is not out there in the world until now like this. Like this is a whole other level where you get to come in and you get to do the work and play and have fun and do it with people who love you even if they don't know you.
Yep, that non-judgmental piece is big.
It is judgment free and unconditionally loving. It's the space with the power of choice mixed in there, which is empowerment. And I'm just forecasting this future, right?
Oh, I love it. Where's that crystal ball?
Right. I almost have my magic
I have a
ink.
magic wand.
Oh, here.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Car coaching, a video series of car coaching.
I love this.
Sounds
I'm
like
hearing
a cross-country road trip to
I
me.
was just thinking that, Tina. I'm hearing like, do we pick people up along the way? Does the van get bigger as we go? No.
I love that. And it's going to be, we can make it as popular as car karaoke.
There you go.
Well, we
I
could
love
maybe have some singing and dancing for sure.
There you go. I love it.
There you go.
it.
All right. All right, Michelle, I know that you have to get headed out. I'll let Donise wrap us up, but before we go there, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for being a part of the Academy and for serving and for just being who you be. We are super grateful.
I love you.
Love you too.
Yes. And I'll add my love and appreciation to you, Michelle, and who you be. We have had so much fun together. And yes, I was the recipient of car coaching, and the vision that was within me that Michelle evoked, because I couldn't get out of the car I was driving. But really, like, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a stand for this vision and what got to be created and what is being created and what still has yet to be created, because you chose to stand for me. So thank you.
I will do it 100 times over and stand for families and stand for leaders in this world and stand that teen leaders and families and adult
Organizations.
organizations, businesses, like, we get to change the world. I get to change the world with my stand.
Absolutely. You are, and you get to continue to. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time, creating the space to be here today and to take that stand. Love and appreciate you. Mwah.
Love you
Bye,
both.
both of you.
All right, that's it, everyone. We got 2 more left. Keep coming back. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Tina Paulus-Krause, and I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Check out our programs and events at trueyouteams.com. And until next time, make it an amazing day.